Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a fire near the Grand Canyon forces evacuations amid a scare over the ocean and the Americans making their mark at Wimbledon. Breaking overnight, evacuations at the Grand Canyon. Wildfires force visitors to get out. The White Sage Fire burning 1,000 acres so far. The national park under an extreme heat warning right now. And in the east, more floods after overflowing roads in Massachusetts. And sites like this in Maryland. Thousands of flights delayed or canceled. Chicago's O'Hare placed under a ground stop. Ginger tracking it all.
More than 160 people still missing in Texas, a full week after the devastating flash floods. Our team is on the ground as crews dig through feet of debris. And concerns grow over the location of that all-girls camp. Which areas were in an extremely hazardous flood risk as President Trump heads to the disaster zone this morning.
New tariff threat. President Trump threatens new 35% tariffs on Canada. We break down what it could mean for gas prices. Air scare over the Atlantic.
People were crying. There were people praying.
We're hearing from passengers this morning after their Delta flight was forced to make an emergency landing on a small island in the middle of the ocean. Why some passengers say they felt abandoned.
Karen Reed fights back. Her new move to throw out a civil lawsuit filed by the family of her late boyfriend after she was acquitted of murdering him. Will it work? And what her lawyer is now saying.
Residents on edge as the search for a killer in Maine intensifies after a paddleboarder was found dead on an island.
She would have put up a hell of a fight if someone attacked.
The new clues this morning.
Frightening encounter.
No, 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 no.
A hiker sharing the story of her terrifying face-to-face with a mountain lion.
It is Friday, and this morning we have the second stop on our tour of 50 states in 50 weeks.
It's the second state in the union. Ike Gajachi is in Pennsylvania this morning. He's visiting the oldest operating drive-in movie theater in the world.
We are going to get to that, but we begin with the wildfire evacuations at Grand Canyon National Park. The White Sage Fire has burned about 1,000 acres so far. Ginger is right here.
So this is a fire in far northern Arizona, and the folks around Jacob Lake and the visitors to the north rim of the Grand Canyon got the go evacuation order last night. Overnight, the White Sage Fire prompting urgent evacuations at the Grand Canyon. A huge plume of smoke filling the majestic landscape. The White Sage Fire forcing the closure of the north rim as it's burning more than 1,000 acres so far. Grand Canyon National Park is under an extreme heat warning through the weekend, with temperatures expected to reach 115 degrees in low elevations. Hiking in the area is discouraged during the midday hours when it's the hottest. Meanwhile, the Midwest is bracing for more severe storms. After more than 130 severe storm reports from Colorado to northern Illinois. All of this in the wake of flash flooding in New England. In Massachusetts, cars pushing slowly through inundated roads. Lightning illuminating the sky over New Jersey. And streets looking like creeks after up to 6 inches of rain fell fast.
Okay, I think I caught that on camera, I'm not sure, but we have a tree.
This tree falling onto a house in Vermont. The rushing waters of a nearby brook flooding. Back to another little problem here in Arizona. That White Sage Fire is up here, but we've got that extreme heat warning that goes through Sunday. Temperatures could reach up to 115. We already saw one hiker killed, so be very careful. Just stay away from those midday hours. Now, we had those problems in Chicago overnight with travel and that gorgeous lightning really illuminating the sky there. Look at this. We've got more storms happening at this hour and a flood watch from right through all of central Iowa into western Illinois. Those storms moving through this morning, that's not it. We've got more where that came from. And from Kansas City tonight at 7 p.m. we stopped the clock right through Davenport into Chicago. You're going to have more. We could see damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. Anywhere you see in this level 2 out of 5, that includes southwest Michigan, Kalamazoo on the edge of Grand Rapids. Tomorrow, it doesn't end there. So if you have outdoor plans, severe weather is in the Midwest this weekend.
Got to pay attention to that. We're glad you made it back from Chicago yesterday,
me too,
Ginger.
before all the travel problems.
Right. Well, our own Stephanie Ramos got stuck in Chicago, and she's joining us now from O'Hare Airport with the latest on the travel mess. Good morning, Stephanie.
Rebecca, good morning. Ginger got out just in time. A major travel mess here in Chicago. Overnight weather wreaking havoc on travelers and their plans, including mine. My flight was delayed 4 times last night and eventually canceled, but I am not alone. So many travelers dealing with travel issues. More than 9,000 delays and more than 800 flights canceled in the U.S., with O'Hare here in Chicago experiencing the most disruptions. The airport placed under a ground stop due to lightning in the area. American and United with the most canceled and delayed flights. The White Sox postponing their home game, and the Windy City Smokeout had to be evacuated because of the storms. And the travel trouble is not over. A severe weather threat is ongoing, and we're already seeing hundreds of delays and cancellations, the bulk of those right here at O'Hare, and those numbers are likely to rise. So if you're traveling, make sure to check your airline. I will do the same. We'll see if I can get out of here, guys.
Stephanie, thank you, and good luck to you and everyone else in that mess. We are going to turn to Texas now, where President Trump is set to visit the flood disaster zone. Search efforts there still ongoing a week after those deadly flash floods devastated the area. Trevor Ault is there in Kerrville. Trevor, good morning.
Good morning, Will. By this time a week ago, hundreds of people had already been swept away in these floodwaters, and it speaks to the scale of this tragedy and also the massive size of these debris piles that still more than 160 people are missing, and there are miles of devastation for the president to survey later today.
With President Trump set to arrive this morning, search crews are pouring over these ravaged riverbanks. More than 160 people still missing a full week after flash floods devastated the Texas Hill Country.
There's more than 2,100 responders on the ground here from state, local, and federal agencies working to reunite victims with families.
This is the kind of terrain that these search crews are dealing with, a flipped over vehicle, all this debris that's piled up high.
At least 121 people are confirmed dead, many of them from Camp Mystic, where 27 young girls and counselors were swept away and killed. And this morning we're learning more cabins and buildings there at the camp were at risk than previously reported. This map, showing boundaries drawn by FEMA, identifies the areas in red being in the river's regulatory floodway, which has an extremely hazardous flood risk. More than a dozen of the 36 Camp Mystic cabins were located in areas with high risks of flooding. But the extent of the flooding that occurred was much greater, as seen in this map measuring satellite data provided by ICEYE, showing some of Camp Mystic's cabins engulfed in water. And concerns are now growing over FEMA's outdated maps and which other areas could be in danger. This as residents begin returning with those deadly waters now receded, one couple surviving by hanging onto a pillar just outside their door.
We just held on for a couple more hours.
Finding their wedding rings in the debris.
And the president and first lady are expected to meet with emergency responders and grieving families, and he will also likely face questions about the response to this tragedy. The president has so far only had praise for local government agencies. He's referred to this flooding as a once in every 200-year event. George?
Okay, Trevor, thanks very much. Overnight, the president also leveled a new trade threat against Canada, 35% tariffs. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And talk about tariff whiplash. Right in the middle of these intense negotiations with Canada, the president announcing he will now be hitting one of our largest trading partners with a 35% tariff starting on August 1st. The president posting this letter that he sent to the Canadian Prime Minister on social media. It says, instead of working with the United States, Canada retaliated with its own tariffs. And then he delivered this warning saying, if for any reason you decide to raise your tariffs, then whatever the number you choose to raise them by will be added onto the 35% that we charge. The president insisting that Canada has not done enough to crack down on the fentanyl crisis. Last year, less than 1% of the fentanyl seized came from Canada. Overnight, the Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney, saying they're making progress on that. He added, the Canadian government has steadfastly defended our workers and businesses. We will continue to do so as we work towards the revised deadline of August 1st. Now, it's unclear if the president's new tariff rate will apply to all Canadian products. We know there have been some exceptions in the past, and I'm told that there could be still some exceptions in place, but ultimately that will be up to the president to decide. And we know that these tariff rates continue, these threats continue, the president continues continuing to send out those letters to other countries, Rebecca.
Yeah, and Rachel, while you say that it's unclear right now what it would apply to, in the past there have been exceptions, but if it were to apply to Canadian oil, for example, we refine a lot of that in the Midwest into gasoline. That would certainly hit gas prices here. Rachel, thank you. We're going to turn now to the Delta Airlines flight that was forced to make an emergency landing while flying over the Atlantic. We're hearing from some of the passengers this morning. Sam is here with the story. This had to be scary for them. Good morning, Sam.
I mean, get this, Rebecca. It sounds like it's straight out of a movie, and it really could be. You're on a crowded plane over the ocean. Suddenly, it has engine problems, and it's forced to land on a tiny island.
This morning, passengers speaking out after their flight was forced to make an emergency landing on a small remote island in the middle of the ocean.
The people were crying, there were people praying. Nobody really knew what was happening.
I messaged my family and told them that we had lost an engine.
Delta Flight 127 from Madrid to New York took off a little after noon, but about a third of the way across the Atlantic, some on board say they heard a loud boom.
The pilot got onto the intercom to say that the flight was being diverted, that we had lost the left engine.
According to the airline, an indication of a mechanical issue in an engine prompted the flight crew to divert the Airbus A330 to an Air Force base in the Azores. It's a remote chain of islands just off the coast of Portugal.
Seeing all of the emergency vehicles lining the runway, though, I think it just kind of reminded us that it was a potentially dangerous situation.
We are so sorry about this whole fiasco. That was unfun for everyone.
Nearly 300 passengers immediately deplaned, stranded on the island for almost 30 hours while waiting for a new plane to pick them up. The airline saying in a statement, the flight landed safely and we sincerely apologize to our customers for their experience and delay in their travels. Passengers were provided with meals and hotels, though some decided to book their own accommodations. Still, some travelers believe the airline abandoned them, feeling lost in paradise.
In the absence of any information coming from Delta or anyone at the airline, we kind of took matters into our own hands.
Communication is key when you're in these situations, but we did have time to look up the island, and it is beautiful. Look, passengers from Delta 127 finally arriving in New York late on Monday. I know it's not where you originally wanted to go, but there are these gorgeous churches. It's a volcanic island. Everybody arrived safely.
Looking at the bright side.
Yeah, there you go. Bright siding that one.
Thank you, Sam. We're going to turn now to new details on the sentencing for the stowaway who was convicted of sneaking onto a flight from New York to Paris last year. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky has been following the case from the beginning. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, George. Svetlana Dali was sentenced to time served for flying as a stowaway on a flight to Paris from JFK. You can see her blending with passengers boarding Delta Flight 264, showing gate agents nothing. Dali, though, did not walk out of court. She's now facing a charge of circumventing security in Connecticut after sneaking into the terminal at Bradley Airport in Hartford by following closely behind a worker. Dali then approached a JetBlue gate but was turned away. The judge added a year of supervised release, hoping it would get Dali some help, some treatment for mental illness. She told the court she sneaked onto the plane and hid in a bathroom so she could escape the United States after the military poisoned her with chemicals. My actions were directed toward only one purpose, she said, to save my life. Guys.
All right, Aaron, thank you for that. And we're going to turn now to Wimbledon and American greatness on grass. Yesterday, Amanda Anisimova with the major upset of world number one Aryna Sabalenka to reach the women's final. And Lara is the tennis professor at Sam's graduate sports program, and you have the details.
And Sam, so far you have a solid B.
It's not so bad.
Awesome.
No,
Awesome.
You're right there.
Yeah,
You're right
awesome.
there. Let's talk tennis, though, seriously. In 2023, Amanda decided to take a break from tennis due to burnout and struggles with her mental health. In fact, last year she didn't even qualify for Wimbledon. And now she is the youngest American woman finalist since Serena Williams.
That's it! Amanda Anisimova has done it!
This morning, 23-year-old American Amanda Anisimova advancing to the Wimbledon finals.
An American in the Wimbledon final for the first time since Serena.
The New Jersey native, who now lives in Florida, topping world #1 Aryna Sabalenka in a 3-set nail-biter.
If you told me I would be in the final of Wimbledon, I would not believe you.
She now joins the ranks of 3 other American women who have reached the singles finals of each of the last 4 Grand Slam events. Anisimova taking a commanding lead in the final set with this shot, setting Sabalenka off.
Why didn't you say sorry? She appears to say to Anisimova, whose shot hit the tape.
She's not a happy camper right now.
Earlier in the match, the chair umpire taking a moment to speak to Anisimova about whether or not she celebrated a point too soon.
Yeah, she was already celebrating it, and I was like, I mean, that's a bit too early. But then she kind of like pissed me off, like saying that, oh, that's what she does all the time. But I was grateful that she actually said that, because I was like, it's actually helped me to, keep fighting.
The victory moment coming after taking time away from the tour in 2023 as she struggled with her mental health. She'll now face off in the finals against Iga Swiatek. The two have yet to play each other ever in a professional match.
I mean, it's been a year turnaround since, coming back, and to be in this spot, I mean, it's not easy.
This as fellow American Taylor Fritz is looking for his spot in the finals as he takes on #2 seed and reigning Wimbledon champ Carlos Alcaraz in the men's semifinals just moments from now.
And that, of course, is happening on ESPN. Let's get back to Amanda, though. During her break from the court, she turned to another passion, and that's art. She even launched a campaign called Art for Hope, selling some of her paintings with the proceeds going to mental health and social cause charities. I love that story, and we're so excited for her.
Yeah, there we go. An American in the Wimbledon final.
I know.
Love
Something
it.
to root for, and I'm available to go.
Okay.
I'll carry the bag.
Thank you, Leah. Coming up, the search in Maine. What police are saying more than a week after a paddleboarder was killed, and what we're learning about how she was discovered.
Also ahead, Aaron Katersky is back with Karen Reed's latest fight, Aaron.
And Karen Reed was acquitted, of course, of murdering her police officer boyfriend. Now she's trying to get a civil lawsuit that his family filed thrown out. We'll have the latest on that coming up.
And will Superman be kryptonite to the competition at the box office? We have a look at the blockbuster weekend ahead. I have a good feeling about that one.
And coming up, Ike Ajachi at the historic Shankweiler's Drive-In in Pennsylvania. Second stop in our 50 States in 50 Weeks event. Going to show a lot more of Keystone State as well.
I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life.
Welcome back to GMA. 5-time Grammy Award winner and the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Billy Joel is giving us a first look at the official trailer for the 2-part documentary series, Billy Joel, and So It Goes. We are looking forward to that. It's coming up in Pop News.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that documentary. First, new at 7:30. New details about the U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Israel is acknowledging that some of the uranium that Iran would need to make a nuclear bomb survived intact, but a senior Israeli official defended the mission, saying it was not just about targeting uranium, but dismantling Iran's ability to rebuild. Personnel, infrastructure, command systems, and nuclear scientists were taken out as part of the mission. Also, Walmart is recalling about 850,000 Ozark Trail stainless steel water bottles because of a problem with the lid that can cause it to come flying off when open. Retail giant has received 3 reports of people who were injured when struck in the face. 2 suffered permanent vision loss. If you have one of these bottles, you should immediately stop using it. Contact Walmart for a full refund.
Also, a favorite store of teen girls and the parents who bring them there is reportedly considering bankruptcy. Claire's emerged from bankruptcy in 2018 and is said to be considering a second filing as its stores struggle amid sluggish sales, increased competition, and higher import costs. Claire's operates more than 2,700 stores in 17 countries. And take a look at this. A hiker in Ojai, California had a very close encounter with a mountain lion. She's told us she's been hiking that trail 4 to 5 times a week for the past 10 years, but had never seen one. And she started to panic when it circled back to the path and came closer to her. But then the animal ran off. You hear her yelling no at the animal repeatedly. And she has been back on the trail since, but she now brings bear spray and an air horn.
Apparently the animal heard her yelling no, too.
It worked. She's okay.
We're going to turn now to the search for a killer in Maine. Officials warn residents to stay alert more than a week after a paddleboarder was found murdered. Matt Rivers here with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. This murder happened in an area where a lot of the residents there will tell you they don't even lock their doors. And now that sense of security completely upended after the murder of Sonny Stewart. This morning, residents in rural Maine on edge as the search for the killer of Sunshine Sonny Stewart intensifies. Stewart went paddleboarding last week on Crawford Pond, but she never returned. Police ruling her death a homicide, a source telling ABC News they still have no suspects.
Nobody knows anything. Nobody has a clue. And everybody's saying, you know, outside of our community and even the surrounding areas, they're all concerned too. They're scared.
State Representative Katrina Smith posting on Facebook, "Lock your doors, don't be alone in remote areas." Adding, "I am not here to cause alarm, but I certainly don't want to be the one who didn't say this is a serious concern." Authorities not publicly releasing details of how Stewart died. A source saying her body was found under unusual circumstances near what's called 100-acre Island in the middle of Crawford Pond, accessible only by boat. And now those who knew and loved Stewart mourning the 48-year-old carpenter.
She was just a really honest, hardworking, beautiful inside and out, just a strong woman who brought joy wherever she went. She would have put up a hell of a fight if someone attacked. If she had a chance, she fought like the devil.
And investigators have been told that Stewart only stayed at a campground nearby the pond for just a couple days in the 2 months just before her death. Investigators clearly just trying to piece together what happened here. Such a difficult time for this small community.
Really difficult, and hope those families get an answer soon, and friends too. Matt, thanks. We're going to turn now to Karen Reed, fighting a wrongful death lawsuit by the family of her late boyfriend after she was acquitted last month of criminal charges in his death. Chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is back with that story. Good morning again, Aaron.
And again to you, Rebecca. Less than a month after she was acquitted of murdering her boyfriend, Karen Reed is now trying to fight off a civil lawsuit filed by his family. This morning, Karen Reed is asking a judge to throw out a civil case against her by the family of the boyfriend she was accused of killing. The family of Boston police officer John O'Keefe sued Reed for wrongful death, alleging gross negligence and willful disregard for public safety. Defendant Reed's conduct was extreme and outrageous, beyond the bounds of decency, and was utterly intolerable.
This whole process is not something he deserved. It's unfortunate. He deserved much better than this.
If the lawsuit proceeds, Reed could be called to testify, something she declined to do during the criminal trial when she was found not guilty of murder, but guilty of drunk driving.
I could not be standing here without these amazing supporters who have supported me and my team financially and, more importantly, emotionally for almost 4 years.
Reed hired 3 new attorneys to defend her in the civil lawsuit. They filed a notice saying they would seek to dismiss. The notice did not state a reason. Her lead criminal attorney saying he would remain active in future legal proceedings.
I'm always going to be Karen's attorney. I'm not going anywhere. So if there is when there is a next chapter to this, you can bet I'll be involved.
Jackson and Reed sold the rights to her story to a production company for a scripted adaptation after the jury last month rejected the theory of prosecutors that Reed killed O'Keefe in a drunken rage by striking him with her SUV and leaving him to die in the snow. Controlling the crowds that gathered daily outside the courthouse cost tens of thousands of dollars. Payroll records show police in Dedham, Massachusetts racked up nearly $100,000 in overtime. The civil lawsuit was put on hold during Reed's criminal trial, but the O'Keefe family is intent on pursuing it, believing they're owed for emotional distress, pain, and suffering.
More to come. All right, Aaron, thank you for that. Now with the summer movie showdown in theaters this weekend, Superman is flying onto the big screen. Dinosaurs, the Man of Steel's box office adversary in Jurassic World Rebirth. And Sam is here with a blockbuster report.
All right, let's dive into it. It's a new era for DC, so there's a lot of pressure for the new Man of Steel, but there's also a battle setting up with a blockbuster queen, and she's now the highest grossing actor of all times. I'm talking about Scarlett Johansson. But don't forget the summer's champ so far, also Lilo and Stitch, as the little blue alien approaches #1 billion at the box office.
Up in the sky, look, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a blockbuster box office weekend.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Superman flying into theaters expecting to bring in at least $100 million.
Hey, buddy, eyes up here.
David Cornsweet, the latest actor to don the red cape. And in a touching nod to the original silver screen Man of Steel, Christopher Reeve, our own Will Reeve joins in the fun.
The Justice Gang has arrived on the scene. That's Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific.
DC's newest flick hoping to take a bite out of these guys to get to #1. Jurassic World Rebirth with Scarlett Johansson now taking the lead and has been stomping out the competition. Earning more than $300 million in just 10 days.
Don't see that every day or ever.
But don't count this little guy out. With a very big personality. Lilo and Stitch, already the highest grossing film of the year, just $27 million away from earning $1 billion. And in 2 weeks, Marvel's The Fantastic Four will relaunch.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
The cast, including Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Eben Moss-Bachrach, celebrating at the London premiere.
That's the reason I'm here, because of the experiences I had as a child going to movies like this.
It's definitely worth seeing on the big screen, I would say.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Hands on your baby blue jumpsuits. Fantastic Four, like Superman and Jurassic World Rebirth, is yet another movie favorite getting a modern spin. And the Fantastic Four cast will be coming to GMA on July 24th.
Nice.
Can't wait for that.
Yes.
I do have it pressed and ready, and I have the white
jumpsuit?
belt and the white boots, too.
You'll wear it on the 24th.
No doubt. In my mind. Sing it, Sammy. We're back now with our play of the day and drive-in theaters. You know, they show up in some classic American movies like Grease. And this morning we're showing up at a classic American drive-in theater in Pennsylvania for our 50 States in 50 Weeks series. Ike Ajate is just pulling in now, looking good, my friend. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lara. Listen, I am here at Shank Weiler's Drive-In, the oldest operating drive-in theater in the world. And unlike Danny Zuko in Greece, I'm not stranded at the drive-in, but I do have a whole bunch of friends here with me, right? How we doing, guys? Listen, this place is fantastic. I'm here with a bunch of friends. We have Wendy here, who's a super fan. And I'm also here with Lauren and Nat, who own Shank Weiler's, and they have some fantastic popcorn. I'm gonna take one of these from you guys. Listen, good morning. How do you guys feel? How excited are you to be part of our celebration of Pennsylvania this morning?
Listen, I'm thrilled to be here, even though this is a little bit outside of our operating hours.
Just a little bit? I think the sun might do a little something to the picture on the screen, right? Listen, guys, we have some special popcorn here. I hear this is fantastic popcorn, all right? I hear there's a little secret recipe, too. I'm gonna see if I can dig in to see if I can know what that is in a little bit, but we're gonna have so much more on that. Also, and plus, what makes Pennsylvania so special coming up right after the break, guys.
All right, Ike, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Ike. All right, coming up, we have a lot going on in pop news as well. Justin Bieber, Billy Joel, and guys, listen up for the new rule of style this summer. Less is more.
Oh.
Coming up on GMA.
Well.
As it was in that tease.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Breaking overnight, evacuations at the Grand Canyon. Wildfires forced the closure. The White Sage Fire burning 1,000 acres so far. The national park under an extreme heat warning right now, as the East braces for more floods after overflowing roads in Massachusetts, and sites like this in Maryland. Thousands of flights delayed or canceled. Ginger tracking all the threats this morning. Our tour of 50 states in 50 weeks pulls into Pennsylvania, stopping at the oldest running drive-in in the world.
We're here 6-7 times a summer.
We'll meet the couple keeping the tradition alive, adding their own flair to the screenings. Plus, we'll visit some sweet spots around the Keystone State, including the birthplace of America.
And the cast of Zombies 4 is here.
Am I glad to see you?
To tell us about the new movie, and with a special live performance. And they're saying,
Good morning!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Friday. Good morning, America.
Hey, good morning, Mac. Hope you all are doing well this morning. We got a whole bunch of Zombies fans here.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited for this one. I'm going to get my mom cred in this morning. The stars of Zombies 4 are here live along with some of their biggest little fans. They're going to tell us all about the newest movie in the franchise, and they have a special live performance for us. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be the first performance in our new space.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking forward to that for sure, and we're looking forward to enjoying some popcorn like they are down in Pennsylvania. There's Ike Ajachi at the world's oldest operating drive-in movie theater. He is there to celebrate Pennsylvania, as we all are, for our 50 States in 50 Weeks, America the Beautiful. That's the great series. And Ike, we need him to get the popcorn recipe to bring it back here.
First look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the wildfire evacuations at Grand Canyon National Park. The White Sage fire has burned about 1,000 acres so far. I want to go back to Ginger. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning, George. So the smoke filling that blue sky, they've been very hot and very dry in northern Arizona, and that's where that White Sage fire is burning. So they've got the go evacuation orders, not just for the visitors at the north rim of the Grand Canyon, but also for everybody surrounding Jacob Lake. They're going to have west winds eventually today, which will blow the smoke this way, but they're watching the forward progress of that. Also, Grand Canyon, extreme heat warning. They're asking people to not hike between 10 and 4. Now, we wish we could bring some of the rain from Norfolk, Nebraska, where the roads were filling up. Flash flooding also in Rockford, Illinois. You can see the cars plowing through. Just a couple of inches falling really quickly. We still have flood watch, Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, into western Illinois. Davenport's right on the tail end of those storms. But that's not it, because as we go through tonight, we're going to reinvigorate the atmosphere and more storms from Kansas City. These could be severe with damaging wind right through Davenport into Chicago, Milwaukee on the top end of that, and Kalamazoo, Michigan, Grand Rapids, South Bend, all making their way into the level 2 out of 5 today. Will?
All right, Ginger, all that severe weather is going to cause a travel mess across the country. It already has. Our own Stephanie Ramos got stuck in Chicago, and that's where we find her now with the latest at O'Hare Airport. Hi again, Stephanie.
Hey there, Will. That's right. Weather here in Chicago has really messed with travelers and their plans, including mine, after several delays and a cancellation. I'm hoping to get back to New York today. We shall see. But more than 9,000 delays and more than 800 flights canceled in the U.S., with O'Hare here in Chicago experiencing the most disruptions. The airport placed under a ground stop due to lightning in the area. The White Sox postponing their home game, and the Windy City Smokeout had to be evacuated because of those storms. And the travel trouble is not over. A severe weather threat is ongoing. The FAA says we could see more thunderstorms this afternoon here in Chicago. And we are already seeing hundreds of delays and cancellations this morning, the bulk of them right here at Chicago O'Hare. So if you're traveling today, make sure to check with your airline to see if your flight is still getting out. Rebecca.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. Wishing you and everyone out there safe travels ahead. We're going to turn now to toy maker Hasbro's CEO saying the price of toys could soon be on the rise because of tariffs. For now, shoppers are going strong with online sales across all retailers expected to set a new record during Amazon's Prime Day event. Becky Worley is here with what it all means for consumers. Good morning, Becky.
Rebecca, you said it, Prime Day's always been big, but it went into hyperdrive this year. Adobe releasing sales data from the first 2 days of shopping across all online retailers. Consumers spent $15.4 billion. That's 8.5% more than was spent last year. It's like 1.5 Black Fridays in July. Adobe noting that appliance sales have been a standout, up 125% from normal sales in June. Electronics, headphones, speakers, up 97%. Also smartphone accessories and computers, back to school products, notably up too, Rebecca.
It is amazing, Becky. You have this out of the blue holiday, sales holiday basically, and $15.4 billion. Amazon is rolling out new deals every single day. What are the hot sellers live right now?
Well, given the news you gave us about Hasbro saying toy prices may increase, let's start with the kids deal. I saw a few on Amazon. Little Tikes inflatable slide bouncer. This is like a total water event in your backyard. Off 50%, was $4.99, now $2.49. Play-Doh food truck playset down 60%. And a reminder, it's not just Amazon that has sales right now. At Target, if you spend $100 on baby products, including diapers, you will get a $30 Target gift card. That was like a warning alert for parents. Then a 382-piece Lego Star Wars set was $54.99. Now it's $26.75 at Walmart. And for older kids, I bought a bunch of stuff at Kohl's yesterday. They had a 6-pack of Nike Crew socks. They are normally $24 down to $19.20. I got 2 teenagers. They don't do laundry. A puppy that eats socks. I bought a lot of socks. And one last strategy I'm going to get in there. Take a look at the things you regularly buy. Have they been discounted? To find out, go to your Amazon account and click on orders. You're going to see a tab called Buy Again. In that tab, you'll see all your most recent and most common purchases. If they are on sale today, they'll have a little red tag there. Why pay more later when you can stock up at a discount, Rebecca?
It's a great pro tip, Beck, and it's a great time to stock that gift closet, which you know you're going to have to go to as a parent in the future. Thanks, Becky. Coming up here on GMA in our morning menu, a first look at the official trailer for Billy Joel's new documentary.
And we've got a love story from the world's oldest operating drive-in movie theater in Pennsylvania. It's the latest stop on our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour.
And Lori B is here with the right stuff to help you sleep cooler during those hot summer nights. And Lara and Sam are with some special guests.
It's Disney Zombies.
Did you guys know it's an absolute phenomenon? We have the stars of the newest movie in the franchise. They're here to tell us all about it.
What do zombies eat for breakfast? Yeah, we're not hungry, right? We're good?
No, in this universe, the humans are safe.
Okay, good. A new movie just dropped. They're going to bring us a special mashup performance. It's coming up right here on GMA. Is there a dance?
Right? Yeah, you go right,
left,
and then right,
left.
If I'm gonna die, young American, and this was the fun.
This is a great song. We're back with our series 50 States in 50 Weeks. America the Beautiful. We're visiting all 50 states. And this morning, Ike Ajachi is in Pennsylvania at the world's oldest operating drive-in movie theater. Good morning, Ike.
Hey, good morning, George. I got the top down, the popcorn's hot, fresh, and ready, and we are at Shankweiler's Drive-In in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley. This place has been serving this community and entertaining folks since 1934. Take a look.
Pulling up to the drive-in just as the sun begins to set is a cherished and unique American tradition. The iconic outdoor theaters making appearances in Hollywood blockbusters like Twister, and right outside Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Drive-ins are our thing. We go to drive-ins. We're here 6-7 times a summer.
Lauren McChesney and Matthew McClanahan are keeping that tradition alive and thriving here at Shankweiler's, the oldest running drive-in theater in the world and the second ever built.
Shankweiler's has a very humble start as being nothing more than 2 poles and a bed sheet. So as it's grown over the years, but we do still have some relics from those very early days, most notably our historic sound horn. That was the theater's original sound delivery.
Premiering its first screening back in 1934, Shankweiler's has entertained residents here for generations.
The fact that it's historic and it's special and we're just 2 normal people who somehow own it, it's just incredible.
Drive-ins are a particularly special place for this married couple. Matt was managing a separate theater when he first met Lauren.
Lauren was a regular customer who would always park in the same spot, and it was exactly in between the ticket booth and the snack bar.
Right after we started dating, we started talking about how fun it would be to own a drive-in, what we would do if we had one.
They bought Shankweiler's in 2022 and have since added their own flair to the screenings, creating special themes for each new release. But it's not a true night at the drive-in without some popcorn.
I always say we have the best popcorn in the Lehigh Valley, and I'll stand by that.
And Shankweiler's is a secret formulation.
We use pure oils here, canola and coconut oil, in a secret ratio.
And while the number of drive-in theaters in the country has declined over the decades, its popularity has seen a resurgence.
We get a lot of first-timers. And so it's very exciting and a little bit inspiring to watch people sort of have that experience for the first time and rediscover the drive-in.
Hey guys, what's going on? We are back here. We're with the owners of Shankweiler's, Lauren and Matt, and we have your lovely popcorn here. How you guys doing?
Great.
Great.
I'm gonna do a little more than that. Come on now. Fantastic. There we go. Now listen, I know you guys have a fantastic recipe about this popcorn, a little secret recipe. I'm not gonna ask you to give it up to America, but I am going to ask you to give us some tips on how to make some fantastic popcorn. So what do you got for us?
Okay, well listen, if you go to the grocery store, you might be tempted to get that little bottle of popcorn popping oil. avoid that. The trick is to use pure oil. Here at Shankweiler's, we use a blend of pure coconut and canola oil. I'm not going to give away the ratio, but that's the golden secret to make this golden goodness right here.
All right, get that pure oil, guys. Now, I also want to talk about your snack bar. You guys highlight a lot of local businesses at your snack bar, right?
We do. In addition to all the diverse things that we do offer, we partner with a lot of local businesses to bring in additional items just to add a little extra something, a little extra fun to the experience.
And that's what it's all about, bringing this wonderful community on board, right? Now, guys, we have so much more coming up. Don't fall back there. Camera guy. Listen, we have so much more coming up, all right? We're going to talk to you guys a little bit more, and we have something fun planned for them, all right? Back to you guys.
All right, and we will be back. Thank you, Ike. And you can tell us what makes your state great by scanning the QR code on your screen. Let's get some pop news now from Lara.
Yeah, let's do it. And we do want to hear from you, but right now we've got to talk Justin Bieber, everybody.
Okay.
He's back, baby. Overnight, the Grammy winner surprised his fans, releasing his highly anticipated 7th album. It's called Swag. I love that title. It includes 21 tracks like this one. It's called Daisies. Check it out. That was supposed to be at the time. Good, yes.
I feel like it's got a little swag.
Like a mellow vibe.
It's like mellow baby.
Too soulful. It's a little like
yes. I think we're giving it all thumbs up here.
Yeah.
Good job, Justin. Ahead of the release, Bieber teased his fans on Instagram with a behind-the-scenes look at the photo shoot for the album, featuring his wife Haley and their 10-month-old son Jack. Precious pictures. The Biebs also debuted the album's the song titles on billboards. There they are around Times Square, and you can see his fans gathering, checking that out. He'd been working on this music for months, posting videos and photos from his time in the studio over the last few months. So we knew something was coming, and here it is. Look at that picture.
Look at that baby.
Boy. Guys, Swag is streaming now everywhere. I am so in. Welcome back, Justin. We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Yep, good to see you.
Also now in the news, we're turning to the big shot himself, gearing up to bring his documentary to fans. The film Billy Joel, and So It Goes, made its world premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival last night. And right now, Billy is sharing this with us. We can see the movie when it premieres on HBO, but we've got the debut first look at the official trailer. Here it is.
This guy Billy Joel, I don't know who that is. I'm reminded of it when I go walk on the street. Oh, right, I'm that guy.
I don't need you to worry.
I've had a lot of hard lessons in my life. I learned life is a fight.
I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home.
Everything I've done and everything I've lived through has somehow found its way into my music.
I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life.
It's the soundtrack to so many of our lives and memories in them. The documentary, it includes never-before-seen performances, home movies, and interviews exploring the life and legacy of the Long Island native. And fans are already counting down to when they'll be able to watch Joel for themselves. Billy Joel and So It Goes premieres July 18th on HBO. The second part streams on July 25th. And next week, the directors of the documentary will sit down right here with us, talk about the film and what it was like collaborating with the great Billy Joel. So excited about that. And finally, everybody, fashion news.
Oh.
And it seems that less is more this summer.
Wow.
And this one is for the guys.
Okay.
Sam
Crop
and
top?
Will.
Crop top?
Well, something close. Esquire, Sam, has declared that the tank top is back. And it really is all you need this summer. And a number of A-listers agree, like Superman's David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult, who appear to be having a tank top battle.
Well,
when you got arms like that.
How do you do that knot,
That
Lara?
knot, it's a beautiful top knot.
Yeah.
You
And
need
it's
them arms.
diagonal.
Yeah, I got to work on that shoulder too. I need a little.
Cornsweet took to Instagram writing, "Dude's been jacking my style since 1988. A good style it is. I would too." Esquire points out they aren't the only ones who think that the tank is tops. Style makers like Benson Boone and Coleman Domingo have been seen sans sleeves. So is our Sam Champion, I might add.
Wait.
Guys, also bigger than ever this year, the small but mighty Speedo.
Oh, is it now?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Not
it
for
is.
me.
Any takers? Any takers?
Over there. To your left.
We've got one.
I think
at Sam Champion on Instagram.
Yeah, if you want to. So the New York Times and GQ agree, Sam.
Okay, good.
They're both running spreads on the trend, saying that while they've long been popular with the European beach set and our own Sam Champion, the Speedo-style suit is now making a splash all over the U.S. Many brands, including Zara, Versace, Louis Vuitton, have been selling their versions of the shorty short swimsuit just in time for the summer sizzle. So there's your fashion roundup, boys.
You're very excited about the return of the Speedo.
George, I was a diver. To me, it's just like, I don't even blink.
Performance equipment.
Yes, it is.
It still is.
Sure is. Interesting choice of words there, Will. I think we should go to Ginger.
Yeah. I just feel bad, Sam. They're just biting off what you've been doing for decades, right?
Thank you, GZ. Thank you.
Now to the right stuff, and everyone, I have a bit of a confession. I sleep hot, so I'm super interested in what you have to say to us today. Lori B, let's get this started.
Yeah.
It's those summer nights.
Yeah.
It's hot, it's muggy, it's sweaty, whatever. How do we fix that?
Hot right now,
Yeah.
especially because you're saying summer nights. So we have some things that are going to let you be as cool as you are during the daytime, Will.
I'm not cool, but thank you.
Okay, so this is from Satva. This is a Right Stuff Hall of Fame brand. Everybody loves them. They're high quality. So go ahead and just feel how cool that is, that mattress topper. It's graphite infused. And so what does that mean? It means that it's going to draw heat and moisture away from your body.
But it's not hard like a rock.
No, gosh, no. It's super soft and it's 3 inches. So it also, in addition to keeping you really comfortable, will keep you really cool. I am always the bed maker in my house and always changing things out. And so what I actually love are these elastics that we have right here.
Oh, super important.
Because when you're trying to pull like a fitted sheet over a mattress, it's the worst. So Satva really thought of everything. And also another thing they thought of is a discount for GMA viewers. So exclusive to us, 15% off.
Awesome.
So you want to check
Love that. All right.
Yeah.
And then to put some sheets and things on said bed that you bought for 15% off.
So I'm going to make a confession about myself. I
Okay.
like to read Amazon reviews, ladies and gentlemen, so that
Like
you don't
recreationally?
have to. Yeah, in my spare time.
Okay.
So this one is a #1 top seller on Amazon, 24,000 5-star reviews. And they're hilarious too, because they're like, I could not live in a more humid part of Florida. These sheets saved my life. And so I'm sold.
Oh, I like the texture.
The texture is great. And they are made with something called Cool Max. So what that does is just really keep your body temperature regulated and cool. One of the other fantastic things about these sheets is that they start at under $50 for a sheet set. So they're affordable, they're functional, what's not to love?
All right, we're like building a great deal worth of bedding here. I love this.
Exactly, we're
What's
doing
next?
the whole bed and the whole room. Okay, so this, have you ever slept with a weighted blanket?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody loves the feel of just like that hug when you're sleeping, but in the summertime, you don't really want that because it could feel like it's like suffocating you, right? It's too hot. So the geniuses at Rest came up with a cooling weighted blanket. This is the Evercool. So go ahead and just feel how smooth that is.
Oh.
It is wild, you guys. So this is a viral sensation. It's also a sensation in my own home. Everybody's always fighting over who gets to sleep with this blanket. It is fantastic. It is also made of Tencel and Sirona filling, so it's really high quality. And right now, just this last day, it's up to 35% off.
That's a great
So you're
deal.
gonna
I
wanna
might
get
need
those.
to
Yes,
jump on that one.
I know someone who
That's
can help
pretty good.
you. Okay, so these are from Buffy. Everybody's always looking for the cool side of the pillow, right? You're
Yep.
always like flipping it over. And these are from Buffy, and it's always the cool side of the pillow with them. They have this high performance cover. The other thing, Will, that I want to show you over here is the zipper. This is pillow fill.
Oh.
So I'm going to take it out.
Yeah.
So you see see this?
Okay.
And basically, if you want a fluffier pillow or a more
It's
firm,
sort of user
you
choice.
can customize.
Okay.
And they are also, the coolest thing about this, they're giving GMA viewers a 20% discount. But I want to get to these fans
me too.
from Lasco. The thing about fans is they can be loud, they can be disruptive, and they can not look so great. And what's great about these, they're super sleek, they're so quiet. They can do 29 feet per second of air, and it's quieter than a normal conversation, which we love.
Great.
They're available at Walmart, and the oscillation is 90 degrees.
Awesome.
So
And what's the deal?
not to love? The deal, these are $75.
$75. You can get this and all these and more on our website, goodmorningamerica.com. We will be right back. Thank you, Lori B. Zombies 4 next.
Maybe it would help if you and the vampire leader teamed up. Victor, I think you saw him outside the gate.
Listen, Vic, can I call you Vic? No, thanks. Cool. So basically, this only works if we all give 100%.
If you two show that you can work together, it shows them that they can work together too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, then. Let's do this.
Little tease right there. We are back with the stars of Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. Welcome Meg Donnelly, Milo Manheim, Malachi Barton, and Freya Skye. And welcome to all their fans as well.
Yeah, you guys so excited to be here?
What's up?
Zombies!
Zombieland. Oh, they got custom shirts. And
Yeah, they're ready to
We're
go.
talking later. We're talking later.
There we go. The whole posse, the whole gang.
So Meg, this is yours and Milo's fourth time around with the Zombies. Tell us about the new movie.
Yes, so it starts with Zed, Addison, Willa, and Eliza are at college, and they're on their way back to Seabrook, and they get stranded, and they come upon this new town with daywalkers and vampires, and their towns are in the same kind of discourse that we see in Zombies 1 with Seabrook, and they meet Nova and Victor. And
Shout out.
Yeah, it's kind of like their story and how we can help.
You guys just mentioned it. This movie introduces daywalkers, which get their power from the sun.
Yes.
So we thought we would ask you this very existential question.
Oh, geez.
If you had to choose, would you rather be a zombie, a daywalker, or a vampire?
Okay, I mean, I'm letting you know my answer changes every time somebody asks me this. But I'm feeling,
wait a minute, people ask you that question?
Oh, we've been going through it the past couple days. Yeah, this is, we go through a lot.
Would you rather?
But I like the daywalkers' fireballs, of course. I'm a night owl myself, so I respect the vampires.
Yeah.
They got swag. But I'm a zombie at heart. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, you sure are.
Yeah.
Meg?
Yeah, I would say I'm a zombie, specifically Eliza. I would love to be Eliza. Her costumes are just so cool. So. Zombie!
I'm gonna say, I feel like I'm obviously a little biased, so I'm gonna say I love the idea of the vampires who can fly and stuff like that. But also,
cool.
I mean, as we've seen, the zombies are pretty cool
Hey,
too.
respect.
So. Is alien an option though?
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't just reroute a little bit.
Well, thank you. I hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna go with vampire.
She sees you.
I mean, I'm definitely biased because I play a daywalker and I love it. But if I had to pick one that wasn't my own, I'd honestly pick zombie. I feel like your dance moves.
This is the best day ever.
You sell it.
Thank you. Oh, I was feeling so down on the zombies because you guys are just so cool, but I feel great now.
Well, and also Freya and Malachi's characters have a little Romeo and Juliet this go round.
Absolutely.
Milo, you're passing that torch off.
I know, it's the mirror right now. This has been such an amazing experience for Meg and I, also as producers. I mean, we were in the audition room when they came in, and it was like, that chemistry is back, and we're so grateful, and they're the perfect people to carry that torch. Yeah.
Hey,
it's true.
We did it.
You guys look like you
We learned
gelled.
from the
As so what was it like joining the old timers here?
The best experience ever.
Yeah, we'll take that.
No,
We're
the
the
best
grandparents.
experience. Having them to learn from is the most beneficial thing because they know zombies better than anyone. Like, you guys are the king and queen of the franchise, literally. So having you guys to learn from, you've done it and you know it so well. So having you guys to kind of guide us and mentor us was just like the biggest cheat sheet, You guys taught us how to do it.
And it's clearly working. There's so many fans. We've got just a fraction of them here. It's been so popular. And it wouldn't be a zombie movie without a good dance-off, right? Like a dance battle. It all began with Michael Jackson's Thriller, and here we are today.
I know.
So in real life, who would win the dance battle?
Between the four of us?
Yeah, or just like the zombies versus the daywalkers versus the
Let's not personalize
daywalkers
it so much.
and vampires, they really come from the same place. So I feel like they have equal swag,
Look
they
at the
rival
moves
each
here.
other. Oh wow.
I mean,
look at that.
I mean,
Right at
you
each
can already
other.
tell by
hard
this,
to
like the
beat.
vampires are clearly cool.
You guys
And Malachi was saying that look at the moves are amazing and no real dance training until this. Now you are a professional dancer.
Yeah, I mean, prior to this, I had little to none experience dancing, but you kind of just went.
It
through a
was in
dancing
you.
boot camp.
And we can't wait to
so
see.
good.
Yeah, your performance is coming up in a minute, but we also have a great question from one of your fans here in studio,
Oh my
Vivian.
gosh. Talk to us. Hi, Viv.
What was the hardest part when filming the movie?
That's a great question.
I That is a great question.
For me personally, Vivian, is waking up at 3 in the morning every morning and getting spray painted with gray spray paint, but that's more of a Milo problem. I don't know, what about you guys?
Oh my gosh, I feel like dancing in the sand was brutal.
Yeah.
Dancing in the sand was,
that's
it was
workout.
a different beast, different beast.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it, but that must be a really
100%.
big workout.
And, I mean, we knew the dances like perfectly and we felt great with them, but everything changes the second you're on sand. Your feet get 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, seriously.
Wild.
Yeah. I would say my character, she has a lot of fighting scenes. She's a very, very tough cookie. So that was definitely a challenge. I had no fighting experience. So I got there and they were like, okay, we're going to teach you how to drop kick and all of these things. So that was definitely a challenge, but it was so much fun. So that was probably the most hard thing to kind of get to grip with.
Meg, you're nodding. Fighting tough for you?
Oh, yeah. I'm a fighter. I think the hardest scene was the car crash scene where we were going down, comically going down the hill. We were actually like on a rotisserie machine. We were like chickens. We were just like rotating in the car.
The car is the chicken.
Yeah, so we were actually going upside down in the car, and that was wild.
Whoa.
So that was definitely the hardest part for me.
No car sickness?
Yes, I was super car sick.
And we were eating marshmallows the whole time too.
Yeah,
and
we were like-
that was our last shot of the whole movie.
It
was
was.
us upside down.
That
So-
was wise as a producer.
Yeah, we were, no, we were thinking about that, right?
Yeah.
All the dangerous stuff on the last day.
Vivian, does that answer your question? Yeah. All right.
Great question. We're looking forward to the performance.
Now with author Alex Astor, whose Lightlark series have sold more than 3 million copies in the U.S. alone. Spent over 120 weeks on the New York Times bestsellers list. She has a new book out now that's her adult fiction debut called Summer in the City. Alex, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, we're thrilled to have you. And I was just saying, this is such a juicy page turner. And you're kind of getting into romance now.
Yeah.
What led to that?
So I just write what I love to read, and I was reading a lot of romance books, and I had this idea a few years ago. So Summer in the City is an enemies to lovers rom-com set in New York City between a screenwriter who has writer's block and the tech guy that she hates, which is an issue because they're about to spend the entire summer sharing a wall. So I put everything I love in romance books. So there's glamorous locations, there's real raw emotions, and of course there's a lot of romance.
It's also very New York City.
Yes.
I felt like it was a throwback to the early days when I first moved here. And I love that you said you're a New York City native, but you got to understand the city better by writing this.
Yeah, I've lived here for a few years, and I think when you live anywhere, you kind of just don't really leave your apartment. And so me writing all these books all the time, I'm kind of just inside. And so writing this book and going to all these locations that they go to, it was almost me having my own summer in the city, which is really fun. There's actually a map inside the book that shows all the places that Ellen Parker go as they fake date their way across New York City. And so I went to all of these locations, and I really wanted this book to feel like a love letter to New York City, and for readers to feel like they were also having their own summer in the city.
Yeah, it's so great when you feel like you're really being taken away, taken on a trip when you read something. This is also now being adapted for the screen.
Yeah, I'm so
Wow,
excited.
what can you tell us?
So Warner Brothers New Line Cinema is making Summer in the City into a movie, which is just amazing because they've made so many of the rom-coms that really inspired this one from the early 2000s, late 90s. And so I'm just so thrilled. And my Lightlark series is also being adapted by Universal. It's being made into a movie. And so it's been really cool to go on this journey. And I can't wait for readers to see what's next because there's a lot coming.
There is a lot coming. Love to see those videos of you out on the lot. Very cool. Yeah. There's also a big announcement that you're here to make exclusively at GMA.
Yes. So in addition to the Grimm and Oro book, which is out this year on September 30th, I am so excited to announce that the 4th book in the Lightlark series is called Crown Tide, and it is out this year on December 2nd. It has even more betrayals, even bigger plot twists, more romance, and a big surprise I don't think readers will see coming. So you can pre-order Crown Tide anywhere now.
So you can pre-order it anywhere now, and we've got that QR code at the bottom of our screen that everybody can look to if they're interested in that. It'll be a great present for the holidays to open.
I'm so excited.
Thank you for the gift, Alex. Great to see you.
Great
Congrats
to see you
on
too.
all of your success. It's just incredible to watch.
Thank you.
Summer in the City is available now, and you can scan that QR code on the bottom of your screen and check out Alex's beach read recommendations for this summer as well.
50 states in 50 days. If anybody can do it, we can. Let's go back to Pennsylvania, where Ike Ajachi is at Shankweiler's Drive-In for 50 states in 50 weeks. Sorry. Ike, I almost pushed you to 50 days, but it's 50 weeks. I'm sorry, Ike, I'm sorry.
Oh my. 50 days. I didn't even start booking anything yet. Please don't put all that pressure on me. But listen, I got to tell you, Pennsylvania, it's home to the oldest and, dare I say, best drive-in theater. And this beautiful state has so much more to offer. So here's a look at a few more things that make Pennsylvania so great, all in 90 seconds.
Good morning from the Keystone State, the great state of Pennsylvania.
This is your first visit in Philadelphia. It's a quaint old place, don't you think, filled with relics.
Starting in Philadelphia, where America was born, the founding fathers signing the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Not to mention the Liberty Bell, which once took a road trip to Allentown to hide from the British. Now, Pennsylvania isn't all about powdered wigs and parchment. It's also known as the cradle of quarterbacks. Dan Marino, Johnny Unitas, Joe Montana call the Keystone State home.
Throwing in the end zone.
And if it's sweets you're looking for, it's off to Hershey, Pennsylvania, informally known as the chocolate capital of the U.S. And Scranton, the home of the titular office in The Office.
I am Beyonce always.
Pick up. And there's the famous resident rodent too.
Punxsutawney Phil!
World's most famous weather predicting groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil. And it's a love story between Taylor Swift and her home state, with the legislature voting 103 to 100 to name 2023 the official Taylor Swift era in PA.
Your heart was glass, I dropped it, champagne problem.
So whether you're here for the champagne problems, the cheesesteaks, or the champions, the Quaker State's got a little something for everyone.
Hey guys, we are having so much fun exploring the USA's second state. I'm back here with Lauren and Nat, and I did say that we had a little something fun for you guys. Can you guess? No, you can't. Of course you can. But here it is. We have something from the Pennsylvania Tourism Office. It is a proclamation, and I'm going to read this to you. All right. Guys, you're going to want to hear this. Visit PA is proud to recognize Shankweiler's Drive-In Theater as a great American getaway landmark. This certificate honors its lasting impact on Pennsylvania's cultural landscape and its place in the hearts of moviegoers across the Commonwealth. How about that, guys? Lauren, Matt, what do you think about this proclamation?
I'm speechless.
That's
this
amazing.
is incredible.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
I mean, this place is so special. And you know what? Let's talk about this. You don't get a chance to be the America's oldest drive-in theater without some special help from the community. I was talking to some people here. We have a mother-daughter who was here, coming here for 4 generations. We have another family who said that they remembered listening to the movies here just from their backyard. This place is the fabric of this community here. So how does it feel to you guys to not only get this recommendation and this recognition, but also know that it's coming from such a strong community backing you guys?
It's humbling. You know, the Lehigh Valley is an area steeped in tradition, and Shankweiler's has been there for a long time. Entertaining generations of moviegoers under the stars. And I grew up coming here. This is a full circle experience for me. So to be able to continue that tradition for future generations is an enormous honor. And this is an incredible surprise. So this is really cool.
Guys, you mean so much to the Lehigh Valley and the state of Pennsylvania. You're just a big part of what makes this state so special. How about it, guys?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Can I have some popcorn?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The popcorn was good. Nice job. Nice to see everybody. Next week, we're going to head to America's third state, New Jersey, also home of Amanda Anisimova. I believe the 10th. Yeah.
A+.
That A+ right
I'm
there.
moving up.
Yeah. Coming up, the stars of Zombies 4 perform live.
Welcome back. Our audience has never been more ready for a performance, and here are the stars of Zombies 4 doing a mashup of Someday and The Place to Be. Hit it.
Oh, it might be no shade from anyone. Check the showstopper, we make a fire all our own. Thanks to the light stone.
With the vampires, we come out underneath the moon. Never get tired of looking effortlessly cool, soaring way higher, telling the wind which way to go. Thanks to the dark stone, lucky you for stumbling through. Welcome to the light side, light side. It's better on the bright side, bright side. You know we're the most unforgettable you'll ever see. Oh, incredible. This is the place to be. Na 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 na. This is the place to be. Na 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 na. This is the place to be.
And a big thanks to the cast of Zombies for a terrific performance to kick us into the weekend.
This is clearly the place to be. Thanks for watching.
Have a nice weekend.